The people's champion.
Let me put this like this. If I'm banned Sister T and you put me in the song, I'm gonna give you this motherfucking work. Fucking political marble, gonna get this fucking work. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you. And that's on my mom. Understand that. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you. And that's on my mom. Fat hungry hippo, a pilot's gonna get this fucking work. I don't give a fuck. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you. And that's on my mom. Understand that. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you. And that's on my mom. And fuck the suit. Fuck the suit. Fuck everybody on your team. Fuck your administration. Fuck every mod that holds a fucking rent to your channel. I don't give a fuck. If it's fuck me,
yo!
Fuck you.
Mic check.
Understand that. If it's fuck
mic
me,
check.
it's fuck you. And that's on my mom.
Hey, my number was wrong. Let me put the right number in there.
All right, 3 strikes, I'm out. You know what it is? You know what it is, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta do something with the banner. Because I had the banner wrong. That's the wrong phone number that's been up there this whole time. Oh, no. 313. All right, that's the right number. 52. All right. I thought it was the wrong number. All right. What up, Joe? Party people in the place. It's your boy. It's your boy. What up, Joe? The people champ is here. Let me take y'all off I don't want to hypnotize y'all or nothing. Let me put my banner up. Let me take this off. What up, Joe? We got some things to talk about. We're going to talk about this interview. We're going to do the interview that the suit did today on the pivot. We got to do a reenactment of that shit, man. We got to do a reenactment. You know what I'm saying? Let me do it. Let me take attendance. You know what I'm saying? I shout out to my people. Dr. Lean in the building. Iron, what up, though? Miss Archie, say what? You know, you already know what it is. Overthoughts, what up, though? Yeah, what up, man? Hey, I know y'all want to talk about that motherfucking clown, though. I know y'all want to talk about it. That dude got his panties in a bunch. This motherfucker pulling up, man, fucking TikTok videos from my daughter on Facebook, bro. This dude had to go to my daughter's Facebook to pull the video up. And what does that mean? It means I'm a good dad. That's what it means. You showing that video shows I'm a good dad. You know, that's all that shit does. It don't do anything. You don't got no videos like that with your kid, do you, bitch ass nigga? No, you don't. Don't worry. We're going to talk about this video. We're going to talk about the video with Kwame Brown, but I just want to take a couple minutes and touch down Pinocchio. Bro, you call me a leprechaun, all this shit. We're going to see when I get to Georgia how much a leprechaun I am. Since I'm so small, you shouldn't have no problem meeting up with me. You shouldn't have any problem. Since I'm so small and you're so big, you shouldn't have no problem linking up with me. And that video is like, the video he showed, I don't know, it got to be like close to 10 years. Yeah, it got to be something like that. It doesn't matter. But it's me and my daughter doing a dance. Like we used to always do these dances and shit. And she had people over and we all, I don't know, what was it called before TikTok? It was called something else. And then we used to do these, same thing they do now with the dance routines. I don't got no problem with that. Like, bro, you're not doing nothing to me. You're not making me look bad, me dancing with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It don't make me look bad. And you stalking through my old Facebook videos and shit. What is that doing, bro? You over here talking about I got roaches. There's no roaches. Like, bro, you out here looking bad. And I say what the fuck I mean. You already know it. I'm not bullshitting with you. My baby mama getting flowers. And now I gotta go to the high school too and give your daughter some flowers because she is 18, right? She is 18. Since we want to talk about daughters, she a grown woman. Well, your daughter is 18. So nigga, don't go there with me about my daughter. Don't go there. This motherfucker got the nerve to say I'm pimping my daughter. And y'all and the people over there sit there and listen to that bullshit. Right? Listen to that shit. Boy. I cannot wait till next month because all this energy you got is gonna be gone. He worried about me talking about JJ in the suit, and he wants. Boy, you going out bad. Let me get this video. Let me get this shit up with the suit interview, man. I ain't got time for this motherfucker right now. I ain't got time. All I know is I deal with you when I get down there. All the energy you got and all that videos and shit, just make sure you do it because baby mama gonna see me. She gonna see me. You can sit there like, ew, and the women think he's some heartthrob. Like you, boy, you are a bitch ass motherfucker. You worry about what the women think about me. Worry about what the women think about your dumb ass, bro. Worry about what they think. This dude showing me dancing with my kids and shit, and oh shit, that shit hilarious. Let's get this pivot podcast. Let's pull this shit up. Let's pull the pivot podcast. And it's like, first I was broke. I didn't have no money. Now I'm a pimp. Now I'm pimping people. Bro, you don't know where to go with shit, man. You don't know where to go with shit. And then you talking about, the daughter baby mom. That's what I'm pulling up on. I thought about reaching out to the son of baby mom, but I think she been enough, and she probably don't even want to hear this dude's name ever again, right? She probably don't want it. I think if she heard his name, it'd probably trigger the fuck out of her. You know what I'm saying? But I did leave something on my social, on my community page to let you know how broke I am. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about the F-250, but you know, that bad boy had to go in the shop. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when shit go in the shop, shit costs. But yo, pay it no mind. Just to let this motherfucker know you can't do what I do. You're not me. You showing videos of me dancing and shit, all that good shit. You can't do that. Me smiling, having a good time, that's not you. You've been on YouTube / Facebook trying to act like something you're not. You're a whole fucking character. And the shit you saying about brown skin lady, that shit was funny. First, last week, ladies and gentlemen, let me break. Last week, he said it was brown skin lady husband that allegedly was caught high driving or whatever. Now, this week is brown skin lady. This dude cannot keep his story together. This motherfucker lies so much, he can't keep his motherfucking story together. And it's amazing, right? Like when he buy views, I'm going to give y'all the game on what he do when he buy views, right? He play those long-ass intros and shit until the numbers come up, right? He play those long-ass intros. You see, like, soon I start my show, boom, I'm already talking, right? So the numbers going up because people just realizing I'm live, right? But I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make y'all wait anywhere from 18 to 25 minutes to start talking on the mic. I don't do that. That whole ass nigga does that because he got to let the numbers kick in and shit like that from the fucking bots he buy. Then he talk, and right when he know that hour time frame is up from him buying those bots, he want to close his show out. And then you can see where the numbers are dropping. You already see the numbers dropping, and he like, okay, I got a little bit more time. Like, that's not how a show end, bro. Numbers don't drop off like that. They just don't do it. So, man, we up on the game, man. You keep buying your subs. You keep doing shit. Hey, keep playing my videos, bro. Keep showing, because salute to the women in the chat. Salute to brown skin lady. They already give me credit for being a great dad. And now you showing the world I'm a great fucking dad. Thank you very much. Because you don't got a single video of you doing shit with your daughter. Oh, other than / some driving video. But not no dancing Oh man, I got all kind of videos. I got me going to homecoming, taking her homecoming, taking her to go get her makeup, me and her. I got all type of videos. Yeah. I got all type of videos. Me taking her shopping for homecomings, me sitting there while she getting her makeup done, cracking jokes, me taking her to get her hair done. You know what I'm saying? I got all type of videos. That's what Facebook for. You know, for family memories and all that shit. Oh yeah, it's tons of shit there. It's so much. It's so much. It ain't no shame in my game. I love being a dad. It's the greatest gift that I could ever ask for. I won't take that back, man, for nothing. Nothing in the world. If somebody offered me $100 million and said, we're going to erase all your past memories with your girls. Nah, keep that. I'm good. But you want to talk about janitor? I make more money than you. That's a fact. That is a common fact. You want to talk about what I'm doing? Listen, the thing is, the talents I have, Pinocchio, you don't have. And the talents you got, I got them. See, you see how the difference is? Everything you do, I can do plus more. That's why you a hoe ass bitch ass nigga. It's nothing you can do that I can't do. It's nothing. But I can name 10 things that I can do that you can't. That's why you over there punching the air and mad. You can't defeat me. You want to beat me. So you think you're going to keep putting these shits out like, bro, I never said I was 6'1". I never said I was 6'2", 6 foot. I said all my brothers, they are. You know what I'm saying? All my brothers 6 foot up. I'm not. But I'm athletic as shit. I'm good with my hands. I got crazy training. But you know what I'm saying? I'm good with these. I'm super athletic. If you see how I move on the dance floor, imagine when I move like in a boxing ring. Imagine what my hands move like. Speed of light hands. Imagine what's going to happen when you see me and you try to say something. You ain't going to know which hit you already. Brownskinlady, if you want to take the link. But I got to do this. I got to do the pivot reaction. I know the Skinny did it. I'm just going to like speed through it a little bit. But, yo, I just had to laugh. I just had to let Pinocchio know, bro, you still not moving the needle. You're still not. You still not. And I just want to say, yo, bro, that shit, I don't know what to say. I'm watching the reaction in your chat. A couple people like, oh, I want to laugh and shit. But it was me dancing with my kid. You know, I just got home from work. Y'all can see it. I just got home from work. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, all right, let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. What up, everybody? Let me drop it. Let me drop it for you. Let me drop it for you. Let me drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Oh, yeah, Brownskinlady, because he said I'm pimping you. Like, wow, like, man, like, who says this shit? Who says this shit? Salute to everybody up in the building. All right. The link is dropped. Let me pin that link. Let me pin the link. Let me pin that link, and then we're gonna talk about the suit. The suit. Bro, hey, you went on that podcast and lied your motherfucking ass off. That is fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. In a Charles Broccoli voice. Let me pull that video up. Let me get to it. Pull up the what you call it. Let me pull up that shit. Embarrassing. You go talk about this podcast, lying ass motherfucker. Come on. All right, done. Shit. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. Brownskinlady, whenever you get a minute, it's pinned, but I'm gonna get to this this shit right here. This hoe ass motherfucker right here. Let me get to it. Come on, where you at? Come on. Did I take the video down? Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to speed it up and everything. Let me change this. YouTube, this section section 107, fair use. Let me change my banner so I can put that in there before we get to it. before we get to it. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get right into it. Matt.
Oh, it's too short, mother effers.
All right, let me speed this up.
Good to see you, boy. Yes, sir.
Speed this up.
What up with it? Oh, that's crazy, right? What up with you, that joker is long, man. God, me. Oh, man. What up with that? Ain't nothing I can't call it. Can't call it, man. What a hookah? At the crib. What about it? I had something better than hookah, though. I'm good. Yeah, you good. You can't. No, you good. But mind if I need to foil on the hookah? Oh, yeah. Trick their ass at the spot. No, you don't. Yeah. Yeah, you wild. You take the foil off? Yeah. Put the shit in there and steam up. Just like hookah. Man, that's too much. That's too much. You ain't driving? No. You gotta wet it. How do you do that without wetting it? So just put it in. It's the oil. The oil burn off just like the same as the hookah. I gotta see that. I got you, baby. Always got to see that. I gotta see that.
All right, let's go past this and shit. Salute to the pivot. I'm sorry, this is here. This is fair use. The only reason I'm playing this because y'all pivot. So again, salute to the pivot. All right. Salute to Ryan Clark. Salute to Fred Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the host. They doing an amazing job. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm talking about this today, because y'all had a bitch ass, hoe ass, bum ass, tall ass, lanky ass, bum ass, bust ass motherfucker on y'all show today. And I wouldn't be doing this if the motherfucker didn't come up there and lie. Right? So I just want to, debunk a lot of his lies, and then we just carry on with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Brown skin lady.
Hey, boo. Hold on 1 second. I gotta hook up my headphones. Give me 1 second.
Now we're gonna do the reaction to the podcast of the suit first, and then we can talk about Pinocchio. We can go back to Pinocchio, if that's cool. And brown skin lady, can you put your cash app in the text right now so I can shut up? All right, put your cash app in the chat, brown skin lady. Because when I try to search it on the cash app, I could not find it. So I don't know if you got rid of it or what. So let's clear that up right now. Oh yeah. Hold on. Okay, there we go. It's okay. We're going to put this right in right now. Okay. Hey, brown skin lady, you got the same. You still got the same cash app, right? Okay. Because I tried to search on it the day we did our show, and I didn't see it. But I just searched on it right now, and it came up.
Oh, okay. Yep. Same cash app.
I'm gonna put you in the browser. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. But yeah. I need to hear about what was exposed.
Listen. You on the show right now. Do you want to do the reaction from Pinocchio first?
No, let's do let's do the 6 points first. He's important. Okay. Well, kind of important a little bit.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, you see brown skin, her cash app is right next to mine. So knock us out. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me get to it. Let me pull up
everybody who subscribed.
All right, let me slow it down just a little bit. So
without you guys continuing to support us, we don't have a show. Without you guys continuing to show that this show is impactful, we don't get to have guests like Kwame. Kwame Brown, obviously, to us, doesn't need an introduction. First overall pick of the draft from here, not necessarily Atlanta, but Brunswick, Georgia, is where he graduated from high school. McDonald's All-American, 13 years in the NBA, played for multiple teams. I think I want to start before that, though. So many times people just focus on who you were as a basketball player. What we like to do is get to the heart of the person, because I think understanding that gives us an opportunity to say, okay, why are these actions taking place in the present? You are one of 8 children. Joyce and William are your parents.
All right. I think everybody here, we don't need a backstory of him, right? We just want the nitty gritty, right?
Right.
In the house. All right, let me move.
But I will say this though, T.Y., it's important to note, like, while he's telling his background, still he made a comment. I'm not sure if you're gonna if you're skipping over that part or not. Well, let's just listen to it, and if it's skipped over, I'll just discuss it. Yeah,
we're gonna listen to We're gonna listen to everything. Here we go. This is a special edition of Jumping Off the Porch with Brown Skin Lady and TY today. So let's listen to everything.
Jumping off the porch.
You guys to Georgia, we call it the bottom. Michigan first. Michigan first. Okay. And you end up in what they call, I guess, the bottom. What were those transitions like for you as a young kid? It was very difficult being so dark skinned. That's the first time I heard how dark I was. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm sorry, people. Hey, let's stop right there with that one. Listen, you live down south, and you said that's the first time. Brown Skin, take it away.
Look, y'all know I'm from South Carolina, right? And my father's Geechee, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm telling you, he has issues with being dark skinned. He has issues with being black. Mm-hmm. So that's his thing. Don't put that on a whole group of people.
Right. I'm starting to get that. I'm really starting to get that. I didn't get it before, but I'm starting to get where his train of thought coming from. Like, you got made fun of being dark skinned when you live down south. Like, what? I never heard that.
Right. And I also want to remind people that, like, one of his roasting points for especially light-skinned men or mixed men is their skin complexion. He did it to Hood Trucker. Hood Trucker is black and Hispanic. He called Becky with the good hair for that Matt Barnes. Mm-hmm. He always points out.
It came out my boy Tony. It came out my boy Tony for being light-skinned.
Yep.
Call him half breed and shit.
Right. And also, he was talking about how light-skinned men treat women. Something that they were discussing on that Fit and Fresh podcast. He had that discussion then too. So I think that he has some real insecurities with his complexion. I really do. And at one point in time, he was like singing the praises of one of his baby's mamas, as far as looks, because she's still black, so he still talks shit about her. But as far as her looks, he was like, she was light skinned with green eyes. Woo, just a whole fucking.
See, the one thing, like, if you're gonna date outside your race, whatever, never put somebody over the next. You know what I'm saying? I will never put anybody over my sisters, over my aunts, over the women I know. You know what I'm saying? It's like. I think he's making a mistake doing what the fuck he's doing. And I don't think I don't know if he realized what the fuck he's doing or he just don't care. But it's a bad look, bro. It's a bad look. Like, you dark skin, then you can't be putting down your own people, bro.
Right. Especially if you're talking about empowering black men. Well, those black women mostly were raised by black women.
I mean, I think it's fair to say he's not empowering anyone. Let's get back to it.
Right.
Difficult being so dark skinned. That's the first time I heard how dark I was. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. I was born in Charleston. We grew up in Moncks Corner and Eugene. So everybody around me was dark. And we came from an area where it was a lot of dirt roads. So a lot of times you didn't wear shoes, and that was like normal. To Brunswick, and it's different. Blacks didn't really get along with each other like we did in Carolina. And so my neighbors were my cousins. So everybody around me back then was more like a family unit. Get to Brunswick, we have cousins, but we're all scattered out. We're not really connected. It was a difficult transition. Speaking different, I have more of a Gullah Geechee dialect before I came to Georgia. I remember the teachers and the students picking on us. And I remember my brothers getting in. I mean, that was mostly the problem at school was they were fighting because of the way they spoke.
With the upbringing of it, and I've heard you talking in the past about a lot of legal problems with your family, with your siblings and all that stuff. What were some of those? Because I heard you say that.
All right, let me skip through the brother stuff.
Because my life and my household is a small microcosm of what the black community is. It's boys trying to step into the role of a man. And so they saw my mother no longer had money. My father took care of her, so she no longer had money. So they're going to step up and do what most boys are going to do. They're going to join gangs. They're going to sell drugs. They're going to do a lot of illegal things. And prior to my father going to prison, none of this was going on. And from a child in that perspective, I wish adults.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, again, I want y'all to note, like, throughout this podcast, this nigga takes no accountability, none at all. When he talks about black men or whatever selling drugs, he doesn't say, you know what, there are other options. You have to work hard and you have to do this and this and this. He makes excuses. And himself is included in that. Sorry.
Right.
And also note that he never said that his father left them. He said his father went to prison. Your father left long before he went to prison. So he doesn't want to put that accountability. Again, it's a reflection of him.
But guess what, though? If I went up there and so, hey, I sold drugs coming out or whatever, and I lived in Detroit, so I was like, I'll be getting, this motherfucker did this. This motherfucker did this to his own people in his community. But he on here pump faking for a podcast Cause man, it's like this whole is a facade, man. I can't understand
It is.
but we're gonna watch it and listen to this shit. And I know for a lot of y'all that's listening, y'all it's hard to stomach. You know what I'm saying? But just bear with us so we can make this shit entertaining. All right.
Because they don't. They're too caught up in emotions of women. To that point, because we've had other guests on that were.
Did you hear that? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of stopping.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That comment he just made. Can you rewind it back just a little bit? Just that last sentence.
Here we go.
A child in that perspective, I wish adults would listen to the children because they don't. They're too caught up in emotions of women. To that point, because we.
Go ahead, take it away.
What the entire fuck? If people don't see that this dude is like, he hates fucking, I say black women. He gonna throw all women into it just because he being called out. So this nigga, how can you say parents are tied up in the emotions of women? What the fuck?
But then he gonna say parents need to listen to their kids and shit. Did you listen to your son? Because I'm sure he didn't want to go around with no fucking power washer. I'm sure he wanted to play basketball. I'm sure of it.
Right. Just a whole fucking contradiction. Like, y'all, he contradicts himself in this shit so many times. And they call him out on it. So shout out to Pivot Podcast. They did a great job.
Yeah, but I would have went harder. I went so much harder.
But you know, they gotta it's about overcoming or whatever.
Believe when he walked back out that door, I bet they was like, this whole ass nigga lied his ass off.
Yep. One of the men, like, I think it was at one point, I wish you could show the video, like they cut over to him and he was like, this nigga. But we can keep going. I just wanted to point out that whole thing about making it about women, tied up in the emotions of women.
Right. And
wow.
Y'all don't know how a show go, right? If you got a show, you have something called producers, right? And producers, it's their job to give you all the information you need on your guest, right? So they gather all the information. So they knew he's gonna be on the show. So as a producer, they got a date. So they already went through his social media. That's how they knew he was beefing with other YouTubers. So for him to go up there and act all brand new, you know what I'm saying, it's bullshit. But y'all will listen for those that didn't hear this shit. Salute. Let me get back in it.
We've had other guests on that were in the house with domestic violence, and I've asked them, how did you know that was wrong? Because some people fall right into the trap of what they see, what they know, what they've heard, what they've learned in their life. And you said immediately you thought that going to jail was wrong. Domestic violence, you can see that and say, yes, you're not supposed to hit a woman. How do you make the decision as a kid that this isn't life? They're doing it wrong. Because I saw what it did in the end. I mean, parents were good at hiding things back in my day. Now they do everything in front of the kids. They bring the kids out, they TikTok, they twerk with them instead of twerking.
Oh, they get out and TikTok and twerk with the kids. Is that a bad thing that kids do? Parents doing stuff with their kids, or?
Chihuahua, you cut it off right at the point. Like, you should let that shit play out.
Hey, let me bring it back, and then
I want people to know this is the point what I'm talking about. This man was like, this nigga. He like shook his head, but I'm sorry, but
let me play it. No, we in this together. Hold on.
Because I saw what it did in the end. I mean, parents were good at hiding things back in my day. Now they do everything in front of the kids. They bring the kids out, they TikTok, they twerk with them instead of twerking separate. So I had the old school upbringing where I knew that was gonna get you. Still twerking. They just twerking separate. Yeah, they were still twerking. Back in my day, they were twerking, but you had to go outside. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about instead of twerking separate? What?
Why you can say dancing with your kids, having a good time, or he said instead of twerking.
For me, my mama wasn't twerking nowhere. I mean,
right,
but
my mama, listen, I told her the story many times before. My mother taught me how to dance, but she was never twerking. Right? She, what I'm saying? They had a little dance. It was certain dances she did, especially when I was in the room, and she kept it PG and like, you know what I'm saying? She taught me how to slow dance. She taught me how to ballroom, stuff like that. But I knew her skills.
Twerking though?
Right, she wasn't doing that. But I knew my mom was a candidate of a dancing, like she went to dance school. So
wow.
And she went to she was in cabaret. She went to cabarets, which now is different, but it's like after hour bars. They call them cabarets back then. So she went to the bar after hours and shit like that. So I don't know what she did at the clubs dancing, but I know she had some skills, and that's where I get them from.
And so another question: is he saying that it's okay for little girls to twerk on? Is he agreeing with that as long as they're not doing it with their mamas?
I guess he's saying now.
Okay.
He's saying parents used to hide stuff back then, and now they don't. They put the stuff in front of their kid. Well, I don't agree with that. I think good parents know to keep certain things from their kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And again, y'all, the fact that he's speaking on parenting, How dare you? Like, how can you even open up your mouth to talk about parenting as if you parent?
That's the shit. That's the shit. Motherfuckers always want to talk and try to shoot shots at you because they're not doing what you doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Let's get it.
In my day. Now they do everything in front of the kids. They bring the kids out, they TikTok, they twerk with them instead of twerking separate. So I had the old school upbringing where I said that was gonna get you. They just twerking separate. Yeah, they were still twerking. Back in my day, they were twerking, but you had to go outside. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so now they just mesh everything together, and it's weird because kids are seeing things that they shouldn't see, and they're growing up angry. I talked to a kid that was 13 years old.
Whoa. Kids are seeing things they shouldn't see, and they growing up angry. If your kid is growing up angry, I think that a lot of got to do with the parents. Because
right.
my kid is not growing up angry.
You know what? I would be hella angry if I had seen my absent father on YouTube in front of thousands of people saying he's done with me. But that's just me.
Or you see him up there with thousands of people flirting with different women, grabbing cash apps and super chats, and at different hotels talking about how he swagger dashing and doing all this other stuff with other people, and not spending no time with him. So you give all your time to strangers,
right?
And none to your kids. Yeah, I'd be angry about that shit too.
Living your best life, going on vacations and shit to go see mud water, but yet and still you want to give my mama $300 for me and my sister. Okay.
And taking shots at other men for spending time with their kids. They're like, damn, I wish I was some other kids. At least they with their parents.
Right. Shout out to all his kids. I hope everybody's doing well and happy, and just don't be like this fuck nigga.
Listen, keep in mind, the kids never asked to be here. So whatever anger you got, you should never take it out on the child.
Never.
So, you mad at the baby mom, it ain't the kid fault. You mad at the baby dad, it's not the kid fault.
Right. Stop sticking your dick in everything. Not protected.
I know, Johnny Appleseed ass motherfucker.
Yep.
Get it. I don't care about nothing. And I saw so much of me and this kid because when you don't get the ball and it's not your turn, and you can't choose your parents, you can't choose your situation. This kid is 13 years old and saw a 14-year-old kid.
Whoa. Okay. So you can't choose your parents. Exactly. So, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? He this guy just be talking too much. And you notice that he's been doing this for a while. He just ramble on. Like, you saying this sentence, but you ain't remember the sentence you just said before you said the following. And that's the shit that makes you look fucking dumb out here. And let's see if they catch this shit.
Yep. Iron, you're completely right. Completely right.
And that's what I feel like I did. I survived my upbringing. A lot of black kids are surviving instead of. I feel like if I had a stable household, I would have been the president and the #1 draft pick. But
Look, I'm all for self-esteem and confidence, but nigga.
wait a minute. Wait.
Nigga.
So you trying to say because your dad wasn't in the house, that's why you was a bust?
Child.
Tell me he did not just say that. I'm saying, wait a minute. Hold on, let's go. I rewind it back just a couple seconds. Hold on.
Like I did.
Everybody else's fault.
Black kids are surviving instead of. I feel like if I had a stable household, I would have been the president and the #1 draft pick. But prior to
boy, who you lying to? Boy, man, you can't blame that not have the stable household on some shit, bro. You cannot blame that on your work ethic.
Who the fuck believes this dude would? Let me know if my thing goes out because I'm walking my dog. Who believes this dude? Okay, y'all. Instead of Barack Obama, we would have had Kwame Brown.
7-foot president.
First president of the United States. The first black president of the United States. Kwame Brown.
Hey, check. I think you got a Cash App. Check it.
Oh
man, let's get back to it.
I'm an All-American. I'm on honor roll. I'm holding down a job and I'm paying bills all while being a teenager. And that's what most kids do.
Wow, that's something. You said Moncks Corner, right?
Yes, sir.
Shout out Charlemagne. Yeah, we had him on the show. He's from Moncks Corner.
But, you laughed about Charlemagne now, huh? You ain't laugh about this motherfucker last year, though. They say Charlemagne name and you laugh about it. You weren't saying about that shit before. Come on, let's get that.
I really wanted to say, man, just really watching some of your YouTube, preparing for this, watching your YouTube, hearing you in person speak now, the articulation and just the common sense. That's where it starts. But I like to start with, respect, regardless of.
So I got a question. So he's saying if he'd been in a stable house home or whatever, his life would have been different, right?
Question. Yeah, that's what he says.
Why isn't he spending more time with his kids then?
Right.
Like, if you had an absent father, you think you'll want to spend more time with your kids so you wouldn't be that mirror image of your father.
Right. Because you want your kids to be better than you, and if you know that if you feel like that's the reason why you are where you are now, make sure your kids don't go through that. Simple. But no, not him. And also, I want to point out again, y'all, he's saying his father left. Like that's the reason for the broken home, right? Because if I remember correctly, the father was even putting hands on the mama. I'm glad he did leave, but he put the hand. He has to take responsibility for that. That's that father's fault. But yet and still, all he talk about is single Black mothers being the issue. Make that make sense,
man. Oh man, you can't. Brownskinlady, you cannot make sense of anything he does. This dude was sitting on cloud 10 or whatever earlier this time last year. This time last year still, because the fallout between him and Skinny didn't happen to the end of February. So yeah, he was still on his high horse last year. And look how the mighty has fallen.
Fell hard as hell.
And now he using you and myself and Skinny as content.
Wow.
Right.
So what you hear about someone, what precedes them, what's in the media, all that stuff, I don't really care about it. I like to lead with the character, how I deal with someone, in the head to head. So I just wanted to say that. I say we all respect you here, right? First and foremost. But now going back, you spoke about you have family members in and out of prison. I saw somewhere you said that you had your brothers in and out of prison. Most mornings you would wake up before sunrise, you'd be handcuffed, lay flat on your chest. Yeah. And then you would still have to get up and go to school and try and figure it out. 7 times in a row. 7 times. Wow. Yeah. So speak to that, because that has to be like just the frustration and everything it brings. You could have easily tried to emulate your older brothers, and we wouldn't even be sitting here right now. Well, I did. That's what's unfortunate about the situation. Every kid in that situation, before I discovered I had a talent and I could get out in basketball, but my first love was football. But before I started growing, I grew from 6 foot to 6'8" in one summer. 8th to 9th grade. Yeah. Right, so I was like, man, but prior to.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. This motherfucker say his first love was football. We never hear this motherfucker talk about no motherfucking football.
I didn't know till today that he
God damn. Listen, you bitch ass hoe ass nigga. You know why you said your love was football? Ladies and gentlemen, the host of this fucking show, they played in the NFL. This bitch ass nigga meat gobbling.
Can I just say real quick? Thank you so much, Mickey.
Out. Take it away.
Listen, I was just saying, thank you, Mickey, so much for the cash app, and also, I told Billy, Allen, thank you so much, and also Miss Cocoa Box and Not It. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Okay, one little thing, Brownskinlady, on our show, we don't tell the people who give our cash apps.
Oh, we don't?
No, we don't. Sorry. Because they be pocket watching, so you know how to do on an app to send them, your little emoji back. Yeah,
but I get you. I completely get you. But for me, it's like I want to tell people, thank you, because they don't have to, share their hard-earned money. Fuck them motherfuckers. I know,
but I do that too. I'm just like, hey, to the cash apps came by, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But the reason, the motherfuckers be hating. You know it.
Yeah.
Listen. You shouting it out, Pinocchio, like, TY, look, this brown-skinned lady, she get money. Now she pimping everybody. They giving her all this money. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Then Tigger, brown-skinned lady, got a lot of cash apps today.
Oh, my God. That is so fucking stupid. Oh, well, I completely get it. And if I, offended anybody, I apologize. But I just like to show my appreciation. But I get it. I get it, because they will do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You do you. I just I don't, because I just want to protect the people that gives out, and you know what I'm saying? So
that's
you're a content creator now. You're a content creator, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's fucking sad.
It is. But everybody know in the back, when they send me something, I give them special different emojis, not the basic high fives and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And people email me and I email them back. Thank you so much and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do
I'll have
everything
to.
behind the scenes because there's some motherfucking haters out there. But yeah,
You're right.
back to
You're
this
right.
hoe ass, clown ass, bitch ass. Man, football is my first love because you got 3 former football players sitting in front of your motherfucking face and you gonna act like, oh, you're about the football life. If you don't go sit the fuck down somewhere.
He don't even talk about football, like the actual NFL sport. Like, he don't even, I don't think I've heard him really talk about football. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he don't talk about football. I have never heard him talk about nothing about football. We had the playoffs this weekend. I ain't heard him talk about shit about the playoffs. Nothing. But like I said, he on a pivot with 3 former NFL players. You know what I'm saying? With Channing Crowder playing linebacker for Miami, Fred Taylor played running back for Jacksonville, and Ryan Clark played safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You see how I just ran and just shot that shit off the top of my head like it wasn't nothing?
Right.
Because I played football, and I know football, and I love the sport, and I play the shit. That whole ass motherfucker, I bet you tomorrow he couldn't even name who Channing Crowder was.
He gonna say Channing Tatum. But look,
Right.
look. Here's my question. So with those guys, is that their story? Like, did they have a pivot moment too, and that's the reason why they're doing it, or they're not really? They don't fit that
I don't know.
category.
Fred Taylor was an amazing running back. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Clark had his moments in the only one that didn't have a great career is Channing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a great career.
Yeah.
He got drafted lower than the other 2 gentlemen. But you know what I'm saying? But they doing great here, and I'm glad that Channing Crowder is a part of them and shit like that. But Fred Taylor, with his background and what he did in the league, this guy could have did anywhere. And Ryan Clark been on ESPN forever, and he got his own podcast, and now he joined with these gentlemen. So this dude been in media for a long time now. So
shout out to those black men. Shout out to
and
them.
they doing it. And if you really want to do a podcast, you can actually learn a lot from Ryan Clark. You know, and the connections and the shit he built. Like, you know, this guy's. And you want to talk about media trained? This dude Ryan Clark is definitely media trained. You know,
is Ryan Clark the one with the hat on, or doesn't have the hat on?
No, he I ain't watched the video. He's the darker
Oh,
skin.
okay.
The one with the hat is Fred Taylor. He played running back.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry, people. You know, we had to chop it up for a minute, but we're gonna get back to this.
We talk our asses off.
You know, all the cars, the girls.
And then he wore that stupid ass shirt while was you at them colleges though? Talking about Stephen A. Man.
With a camo long sleeve shirt up under it. Look at this fucking bumpkin. With a toddler hairstyle. A fucking mess.
Bro, you've been better off wearing a baseball cap like Fred Taylor was. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to it.
And the things that come with it. It was exciting. But once you start seeing one brother get 14 years, 13, these numbers, and you're like, wow, you see what it does to mama. You see the position that you leave her in is worse than the position that she started out. So because sometimes you can mess up their government assistance. There's all sorts of things that come with being a street cat, and none of it is good. So to me, that's why I always tell cats, if you're that, you're against the black community. Everything about it, you're hurting black, you're selling the black, you're robbing black. Everything is black on black.
Sorry, that's the commercials. That's commercials. I don't got no premiere because I don't be on YouTube like that. Unless I'm listening to people. Let's get through this. Salute to the Pivot Podcast again. I'm just doing a reaction.
Truly having a sense of what the community needs, having seen young men have to be adults or have to be men of the house before their time, before they understand even how to do that, which is a problem in our community, which I do think is a symptom of what history has been for our culture. And now you get to the point where it is time to pick up a basketball. It is time for you to find a way out for not only yourself, but for your mother and for your family. And the Dan Moores come around and the John Williams come around. When you started to be around men, to have sort of a father figure, what did that mean to you?
It meant accountability. You know, you can't hold me accountable if you up all night, you know, selling drugs. So it was an older brother trying to be a parent, but he was flawed himself. So Uncle stepped into the role, but Mr. John filled that gap. He was a minister. He had 4 children, a wife, and he ran the FCA camp. And I noticed all the guys that was like me that ran away from him, the accountability of doing your work, you know, not being up all night with the girls. The guys that ran away, I look at their life even earlier on, they started getting in trouble. Most of these guys have been to prison. Most of these guys have been through all sorts of things because they didn't want to be accountable.
In that accountability, you start to play basketball. You were committed to Florida. You would have ended up like these two, which is not a bad thing at all. Very successful, man. Florida worked out for them. But you had to make a call to Billy Donovan and say, well, you know what? I'm going to go to the league. And part of reading what Billy said was
that was the biggest mistake of his life. You should have took your ass to college. Going straight to the league did not work out for you. I mean, you did have 12 years in the league. I won't take that. You was drafted number 1. But after you walking across that stage and grabbing that hat and being number 1, it was all downhill from there.
But you know what though, TY? What if he had went to college and sorry, I got a message. What if the real him would have came out while he was at college and they would have said, "Fuck this, we don't even want him." So
you never got drafted.
Right. He wouldn't have gotten all that ill-gained money. Well, Lord knows he didn't earn it. So I mean, hell, he came up and failed.
Hey, Tron said he would have been at Florida the same time as them, and he would have had real celebrity friends. Facts.
Wow.
If he went to Florida. And I almost went to the University of Florida. My stepmom is a graduate from there, and she offered to pay my full ride if I'd have went there. And like a dummy, I was like, no. I was like, no, I can't be a Gator. F that.
I'm gonna have to talk about my college years whenever, because child, that was a time in my life. But yeah, college is everything. It helped, just not just academically, but just as a person, it really helped me. But for him, hell,
right.
He probably would have been somewhere drunk every day.
I went to college early and stopped, dropped out, and then went back and then took care of business and stuff like that.
That's
and you're
what's
right.
up.
Like when I first went, I didn't realize the commitment college takes. Like anybody that's thinking about going back to school, you never too old to go back to school. But just remember, college is number 1, time management. You got to manage your time when you go to school. If you don't know how to manage it, I'm telling you, it goes like, I do that tomorrow. To I do that tomorrow. To I do that next week, and then you're done.
Right.
So time management is the number 1 key. You got to know how to manage your time when you're going to college. And when I first went the first time, I didn't understand that. I wanted to do shit. Yeah. I wanted to, go here and go there and party. I wanted to hang out with the college girls. I just didn't want to be in college.
Right.
So I jacked up my first trip, and then I went and took care of business and got a couple degrees out of it.
That's what's up. I'm glad you went back, and you're right. It's never too late.
It's never. I think even today, like if things could go right, I wouldn't mind going back and put myself to going back to school, then go work on a master's or something like that. I think about it all the time and shit like that. But who knows? We'll see where life takes me. Let's get back into it. Go ahead.
And it needs to be free. It needs to be free.
Yes,
it should be.
Listen, if college was free, I would have a master. I would have more degrees. I would probably have about 4 degrees up. I ain't gonna lie. If it was free. Right. Because I love going to school. I love meeting the people. It's like the networking that you do in college is crazy because you taking full time, you taking like 4 to 5 classes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes more. And then you meeting all these different people and you build relationships with these different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a lot of time you have like the light kind of mindset because, you're going to specific classes for, things that you're interested in. So it's definitely, the money is, but just the experience is wonderful. I can say that much.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We talk a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we do. We're going to get back into it. But I will say this, people saying I work in a trade now and I make good money working in my trade. You know what I'm saying? In the college, only thing I regret about the college is the tab that it left me with.
Yes. Yeah. Ain't no joke. It's ridiculous. Okay. See, that's the thing. Our country needs the services that people, some things you don't have to learn from a book, but some things you have to learn different theories and ways to do things and understanding terms. So these people are needed, but yet still it's not paid for. I don't understand it.
And you know what? In Canada, and I got friends that live in Canada, and they get free education, free healthcare. I'm like, how are we supposed to be this amazing country and we can't do that for our people?
Look, because we call ourselves amazing.
Listen, I ain't gonna even lie. Don't get mad at me. It was one point in time I wanted to move to Canada and live there. It was a point in my life. It was a point in my life. I said, I just want to go to Canada, live there. I get the education, and even if I fall on my face, the country gonna have my back where I can still pick myself up and live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the only place I know. If you fall on your back and you ask for help to the country, everybody else knock you down for it.
Look, this country This country will pay for a war before it'll pay for education. So I mean, look, go ahead, go America. But for me, look, I don't care if you don't like me or not. I'm not standing for no pledge of allegiance. You can kiss my ass and don't say shit to me. Don't look at me.
Shit. Don't get me started for that. I've been at games and it's like in my phone. Like, you gonna understand? Like, man, I've been there,
Fuck you looking
done
at?
that. Like, listen, I done stood so many times and lost count. If I decide to sit this one time, you can't fault me for it. Okay, gone.
Period. Right. And that's my mindset. My mindset. Me having a decorated brother, I'm still not standing up because when it comes down to it, this country isn't built for us. It's not built for us. I appreciate him and what he did for the country, but I have my own mind. Just like my brother has his own mind. Can't nobody tell me how to think.
Listen, I was in
Period.
ROTC and shit like that, and believe me, I was a pleasure leading a whole lot. I was, you know what I'm saying? I ain't told people. I'll tell y'all some other stories later about me standing up and doing oath and all this. I did my fair share of it, okay?
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. My daughter, when my daughter was in middle school, they tried to like um give her a consequence for not pledging allegiance. No, the hell you ain't. The fuck
No, see, I don't believe in that. And you can't,
hell
and
no,
I
you
hate when that stuff
can't.
happens
Mm-mm.
because if the parents have a certain belief and they pass off their children, don't get mad at the children. You know what I'm saying? You make a
It,
phone call to the parent
right,
and let the
right,
parent explain to you what the situation is and leave it at that. I have seen
right,
situations where it's going to the kid and the kid come home or go somewhere feeling a certain way. It's not the child's fault.
right, right. And just for clarity, I didn't tell her not to do that. That was her own mind. She did
Right.
that. She saw what was going on in the world. She made that decision, and I
Right.
supported her in it because I feel the
Exactly.
same way. Now, like
Exactly.
my husband, my other daughter, they don't feel that way.
Right.
Everybody's their own individual. I would never put my
Exactly.
beliefs on my children. Never.
Exactly. All right, let's get back into the
Okay.
bum interview.
You kind of hinted to that you weren't ready. And Dan Moore had a quote that said, use basketball, don't let basketball use you. Was part of that decision getting...
Whoa! I'm sorry. Cap.
Child. Right.
He said,
Right.
use basketball, don't let basketball use you. Well, you didn't use basketball, and basketball sure don't want to use you. So where we at now,
Right.
Kwame?
Right. He used alcohol and weed and shit, but
Listen, the guy don't even talk basketball right now. Right?
right.
So you definitely not using basketball. Basketball definitely don't want to use you. You have not been invited anywhere for any honors or nothing. That don't bother you in
Right.
the least. You want to talk about one man Gil, and Gil had a whole ceremony for him.
Right. Right.
Oh, that
Just
had
a
to
fucking
hurt.
hater.
Ooh. You got drafted number 1 and was at that team, and here come a guy by the name of Gil Arenas, comes in, takes all your shine, goes back
Damn.
umpteen years later and get that same love again. Crowd
Right.
going
Right.
crazy, standing ovation, signing autographs, new sneaker deal. He's loved. He go to Washington whenever he want. He's a hero there. And you,
Right.
a bust.
And you know what too? And I'm like this, like people fuck up. People fuck up.
Oh,
But
yeah?
part of being like a grown up is saying, I fucked up. I fucked up. That dude over there, he deserves all that admiration
Mm-hmm.
because I blew my shit. Like I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a part of like what's so hard to take with him. He doesn't take any accountability. It's always everybody else's fault. It's always some other system or some other person that's at fault. Like when are you going to take? And they tried to push that on this podcast, so that's going to be coming up.
And you know what's funny is I could really respect. I would not go. I can't respect the dude. He didn't did too much, but I would give him credit
Hmm.
if he at least apologized for the shit he's done.
Right, right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's fucking perfect, but I'm just saying, stand in your shit and keep it moving. If you can't stand in who you really are, I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. I don't want to hear shit you gotta say because you don't even like. You're not even real to yourself. You're not gonna be real to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Right. Yeah, man. But it's never gonna happen. He looked down on little YouTubers. He been looking down, and that's why took somebody for Gil to come in and then work with us. You know what I'm saying? It took some guy Gil to come in and work with us, and here we are. And I just do punch in the air, and you're gonna stay punching the air because this ain't for you.
I don't want to talk about Gil. Gil, he gonna put a gun to my neck.
Right. Well, we're gonna get into that. Let's get back into it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all.
Come on, play.
To the point where you said, okay, I'm going to use basketball now to change my situation, because I can't imagine being that age, having that sort of money being thrown at you, having that sort of opportunity being thrown at you, and knowing where you've come from, knowing what you've been through, being able to pass it up, even if you aren't.
It didn't have anything to do with ready for me. It was simple. Basketball take care of itself as long as you're true to the game in any sport. I think adults hold kids back. Some of the smartest kids I ever met, I saw teachers holding these kids back. A kid would go to sleep in class, sleep the entire time, wake up, get an A, and the teacher would write this kid up every single day just because he wouldn't do it the way the teacher wanted. So it's a lot of kids, when they're the exception to the rule, adults don't like it. And so, but my situation, it was simple. I played against Tyson Chandler. I played against Eddie Curry. From a basketball standpoint, there's no higher than number one. So what's the point? I can always go back and get an education. So I looked at.
But did you, sir? Did you go back and get an education? I'm gonna jump
on. No. At one point in time, y'all, he was actually talking shit about higher education. At one point in time, when he had went viral after a little bit, he was like speaking down on getting a higher education. So that's what I'm saying. This dude, he is not consistent at all. He just say whatever fits the argument that he's trying to push at that moment.
Let's get it.
Like, let me just go and get the money, and let me take care of my family. Let me take care of my whole city, and we can go from there.
Whoa! Did he just say take care of his whole city?
Yes, the fuck he did.
But did you take care of your whole city?
Child, his city found him with a felonious amount of marijuana in his car.
Right.
That's what he did.
Child. Man, this guy. See, this is shit. He dig himself into a hole. He dig himself into a motherfucker hole. Let's get it.
Jay, really?
Those don't fix the problem. Like, if when I get in rooms with the city council, the mayor, and people like that, and I hear the things that they're saying, and I listen to the programs, and I tell them, none of those programs are going to work. They're like, why do you say that? This and that. We put this much money. I said, that's because you want to look good. I was a kid in each and every last one of those programs. Every time you sent me home after that program, you didn't send the program home with me. So what's the point?
Are you saying the decision to leave?
Wait. So you ain't going to take no responsibility on nothing. You didn't take the program home with you. I'm sure they did give you the program to take home. You just didn't fucking read it when you got home.
Right. You got to take some kind of, people can't make you use what you've learned or what you've been taught or what they tried to teach you. That's not the way shit works. Right. He just wanted to, I'm telling you, he is so, he wants so badly to be like that expert in like what it takes to uprise our community. He wants so bad, like he'll sit down.
Because brown lady is not in him.
It's not.
He's like a selfless individual. Bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all, when listen, this is how you tell somebody is a selfless individual. When they
selfish, not selfless.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Selfish. Yeah, you're right. This dude don't care. Not gonna say he don't care about his kids, but he was quick to walk away. He was quick to bail out and take a little ass child support. Like, oh, this is all I make. Knowing you lying, knowing you got little side hustles and shit. Knowing how much money you pulled on YouTube, but you're gonna say you only pulled in $1,647.25 a month.
Look, I'm telling you, it's more where that came from. It's more where that came from.
Like, bro, are you mean to tell me that I pay more in child support than this motherfucker that's a former NBA player? Are you telling me I pay more in child support than this motherfucker here?
That's how much he wanted to pay. They had to fucking.
No,
it's
but
disgusting.
You said it was $300 that he paid, right? But that was his monthly income, right?
Excuse me. No, that's how much he, like, when you do your own, well, in their case, mom and dad both do a worksheet explaining how much they make, how much the other person makes. And they kind of like throw out a number, like, this is what I think I should pay. That's what he wanted. He wanted to pay $300 and something for two children as a millionaire.
Right. But what I'm saying is he put in his monthly income was $2,000, and then they did a calculator and it came up to $1,647.25. No, how?
That's right. He lied. That's what I'm saying. people actually think that this dude cares. Like, there is no way in the fucking world, like, God forbid anything happened and like I was away from my kids and my husband was raising them. I know motherfucking well it's gonna take more than $300 for my kids to be okay. Why the fuck would I even offer that?
Man,
Why the
listen.
fuck would I even? And I'm not a millionaire.
Man, listen. My
And
daughter daycare
mhm,
is $200 a week, people.
mhm,
$200 a week. That's $800 a month in daycare. Do you mean to tell me I pay, man? If this guy don't go sit down and
mhm,
fuck somewhere,
yep. And I highlighted the dates on there so y'all can see this was not long ago when this stuff was filed. A piece of
yeah,
shit.
man. Y'all, if y'all haven't, please go to Brown Skin Lady and check out her community wall. I'm telling you, man. And the thing is the mom's making his bread and he trying to make like he make less than her so he can pay out less.
Right,
That is some whole ass
right,
shit. That's some
right.
whole ass
As
shit
he
right
talk,
there.
as he talks shit about this lady,
Right,
as he talks shit about her and her family,
bro.
and black men follow this man. That
Now
is why
you know.
women like me speak out, because this shit has been going on long enough. What the fuck is this?
Right.
And that's not to discredit the wonderful black men out there. I love y'all so much. Y'all are, some of y'all just have it in y'all to be leaders and to be respected. You walk into a room, people know you're there. But some of y'all motherfuckers ain't
Right.
shit,
And
and the
it's the
ain't shit ones
motherfuckers like
follow
him.
behind the ain't shit ones.
It's motherfuckers
Mhm.
like him. They want to talk shit about people like me, about Skinny, when Skinny taking his kid to basketball practice every day
Right,
with his kid. And
right,
motherfuckers like fucking Pinocchio that don't say shit about his kids at all, but want to sit there
wow,
try to call other people out and say what they're not. Oh, he a deadbeat. Oh, he didn't raise his
right,
kid. When I got fucking facts and proof, just because you don't got the
right.
skills to do it, you want to, you know what I'm saying? It's the bums like that does that shit, man. And
Hmm.
it's
Right,
embarrassing. It's
right.
embarrassing as
It
shit.
is.
Let's get it.
I left Florida early because same thing. I was chasing money. I talk about it all the time. I knew every check I was gonna get before every game I played in.
But I wasn't chasing money. I was chasing something different. I was chasing legacy. From what my family lineage and
He said he was chasing legacy. Where the fuck is that?
Y'all, a second ago, he just said he had to go to the NBA because he had to take care of his family. Which one was it? Were you chasing the money or were you? Shut the fuck up.
He said he was chasing legacy. Did you find it? Or did the legacy leave you in the dust? He said he was chasing legacy. Legacy smoked your ass out of there. Let's rewind that back
Right,
because I don't want people to say I put words in this man's mouth. All right.
right.
I knew every check I was gonna get before every game I played in.
but I wasn't chasing money. I was chasing something different. I was chasing legacy. From what my family lineage and where I come from, I wasn't supposed to be what I am. I wasn't supposed to make it to college, let alone a number one draft pick. So I was just trying to make history. It's more of a legacy thing and a namesake.
Oh my God, this guy's. Oh
This
my God,
nigga just
you trying to
talk.
make history. All right, so you made history. You're the number one pick. You made history because now you're known as a bust. There you go. Your job is complete. What's
Right,
next?
right. I guess he feels like after that one time that one day is all he wants people to remember. After that, forget everything else. Forget everything else. Just remember this one day. Anything after that is fucking a non-factor. Just remember
This
that day. That's it.
bro, you giving a soundbite after soundbite. Salute to you, fucking bum. This guy said I'm
shout out,
chasing legacy.
shout out to the shout out to the Pivot podcast. I see that underhanded shade. I see it. I see it. I
The
see
other
it.
guy, let's bring that back. The other guy said, I knew what I made before I got my check. I knew what it was. I wasn't
Right,
chasing money. I was chasing legacy. Bro, I don't chase money
right.
neither. Money chase me. But in your situation, bro, you said I was chasing legacy.
Nigga, shut up.
I was
Legacy. Why? So you just decided to stop chasing legacy because your children are your legacy, nigga. No,
Jesus.
I guess now he wants Legacy to come find him whenever they turn 18. Legacy got my phone number. Legacy know where I live at. The fuck out of here.
Gone, get him.
Child.
Gone, cook. All right, let's bring this
Him and
back.
Legacy had a falling out.
Hey, listen, and now y'all wonder why I need a Brownskin Lady as my co-host.
Child. Look.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I knew every check I was gonna get before every game I played in.
But I wasn't chasing money. I was chasing something different. I was chasing legacy. From what my family lineage and where I come from, I wasn't supposed to be what I am. I wasn't supposed to make it to college, let alone a number
Man, who thinks like that? Who? I'm about to punch the wall.
Right. Just keep it real.
It doesn't.
Just keep it real.
Listen,
I
when you
understand.
from the gutter or you from the you got dreams. I listen. I'm from West Side Detroit. Every day I was dreaming to be something. I don't give a fuck. I woke up every day knowing I'm about to either fight, somebody about to pull a gun on me, somebody gonna be shooting at me, or I'm gonna be running down somebody else. I knew every day it was be my last day, but I had dreams.
Right.
This guy,
Right. And anybody knows if you live in like, I don't know about anybody else, but I can say I grew up in poverty. And if I had been given the same opportunity as him, I would have went to the NBA because my family needs money.
right?
Okay.
And I would have worked hard. I'd have worked like listen.
Right.
I was West Side Detroit, and right on my block, at the end of my block, it was a boys' home club. A boys' home. And I went there every day balling. Every year, I worked on a different part of my game. And it was the boys' home. These is like a juvenile detention center. So these boys, some of them went home on the weekends, and some of them didn't. But I went there every day balling with these boys. You know what I'm saying? We was balling, and we all had dreams, and we all worked in our game and shit like that. If any of us had a chance to make it to the league, we would have worked. This guy had a chance, but he was chasing legacy. Your legacy could have been in basketball, where you could have fed your family for generations through generations. You can't feed your family. You didn't leave generational wealth for your family. You didn't. You're not leaving nothing behind for your sons or your daughters. What are you gonna leave them? If something happened to you today, life insurance, which I doubt you have one, I can tell by the way you spend money, you don't have a life insurance policy. I can almost guarantee it. What would you leave your kids behind if something happened to you, Bishy Brown?
Nothing. They're gonna give him a pauper's burial, put him in a sack, and kick him in the hole, and keep it moving. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Will that pension now come to us?
Listen, you get a YouTube check, bro. Call your nearest insurance guy and get a life insurance policy on you, bro. Give it where at least if something happened to you, you can get buried. They got it where all that stuff can already be set out, and that shit you can pay it monthly. Man, go get your life insurance policy if you don't have one. That shit is like $25, $30 a month, bro.
He too busy putting down payments on trucks for strippers.
Well, one of those strippers I'll be seeing soon. Oh shit, let's get it.
So I was just trying to make history. It's more of a legacy thing and a namesake. My father was a murderer. So every time you hear about Kwame Brown, you hear about a murderous father. So I didn't want to do that for my children.
No, we don't hear that now. Every time we hear about your name, we hear about former number one NBA pick that's a bust and getting his ass slayed on YouTube. That's what we hear now.
And also, let me just point this out, because he was like going off on Charlemagne, because Charlemagne told the story about his family. If your father is known for being a murderer, why are you mad at somebody for hell? You are the topic of conversation. That's how shit works. Your father was that's gonna come out. Like, people are gonna, won't you just, that's not you though. But instead of like just saying, you know what, that's right, that's not me, and I did this and this and this, you can't say that, because you didn't do anything to, like, I guess, be a highlight for yourself. You can't say, yeah, I overcame, because look at where you are.
The difference.
Look at where you are now.
The difference before, he had 30 to 50,000 people in his chat, so he could say whatever. Now he only got like $700 people watching. So now that's the difference. So right now he on a clout chase. He trying to do anything to grab that light back, bro. Just like your NBA career, you had it, you shit it off. Your YouTube career, you had it, you shit it off, because you don't listen to nobody.
Right,
man. God ain't gonna keep blessing you and just have you fucking over his blood.
I'm telling you. You know how many people like wish they could get like half of a chance of what you got? You got two big chances. Two big chances, and you still getting your own way.
You do this YouTube shit, your goal is to get 100,000. As a YouTuber, you want that gold plaque. The silver plaque. That's, as a YouTuber, that's your goal. Like, I want to get 100,000 so YouTube can send me that plaque. That's the goal. You came on here, got 400,000+ and was generating tens of thousands of dollars a month and getting free shit from all these businesses and all these hooks up, and you just like fucked it all up.
All them people that even, like, I remember some people were like in his chat saying, will you please, I got a business opportunity for you. Like, I don't know if it would have worked out or not, but still, he didn't have any follow-up because he's lazy as fuck. He probably lost out on some kind of sponsorship that could have been paying him for, however long. There is no reason why this guy should not have sponsors lined up by now.
No, we're gonna get into that because he says something in his podcast. So from what he's saying, then no, he can't be broke, but therefore he lied to the courts. But we're gonna get to that. I ain't gonna jump the gun.
I said, let me go be better than what everybody thought I could be.
But looking back now as a grown man, going to Florida or any college, wouldn't that have matured you to a level to be ready for what happened when you got to the league?
No, I could have been like Teddy Dupay, gambling on basketball and got sent overseas. My first trip to the University of Florida, the professor handed Teddy Dupay the test in the class, in the bar on my recruiting trip. So I know how college works. I was going to go for 1 year. It's not like this one and done rule is a real thing. It's just to make more money for these colleges. I read that. You said you only played basketball to stay out of trouble.
Right.
I use basketball better than anybody. Right. But, we are football guys. You say football is your number one love. Yeah. Because you can take out your frustrations and not, get in trouble. Not go to jail or get in trouble or anything like that. We've seen some amazingly great basketball guys transition to football guys. Antonio Gates, Anthony Gonzalez, Julius Pepper. So some guys. Do you think you would have been able to make that transition?
No, because I hated offense. I just want to play defense.
You just want to hit.
I just want to hit people.
Man, shut the fuck up.
See, I don't know nothing about the sports, or so I'll let you take over this one because I don't know.
Man, well, first of all, it's no 7-foot player to ever play football, so he was never gonna play nowhere in football. He probably was he probably has speed. He probably play receiver. He couldn't play on defense because he's not coordinated enough. You already see he dropped balls and shit, so you would got no interceptions. You don't follow rules, so everything in football is plays after plays. You got to read offense. You got to read motions. You got to do all that shit. Shit you can't comprehend, you stupid motherfucker. Again, you got caught in another cap. I can't stand this bitch-ass nigga.
And he got little hands, right? So wouldn't that impact
He got little action figure hands.
And he's scary. Like, if you scary, you can't be...
This motherfucker how he want to hit people, man. Listen. That's why you don't want to play offense. But man,
and don't nobody believe that. You was a big scary something. The way you be all paranoid when you out and about.
This nigga. Oh my God, let's get back. This guy. I don't know this. I'm sorry, people. Man, when this motherfucker say stupid shit, man, I don't know what to say. Like, he don't keep it real. He just never keeps it real. Let's go.
And I played defensive end when I got taller. But they moved me to tight end, and a dude, I'm 5'5", he almost broke me in half.
Wait. Whoa.
He almost broke me in half.
I'm 5'11". I know it looks
far. I'm talking about like middle school, high school.
He looked at me. One of them little dudes. Like, yeah.
Man, he almost broke me in half, though. So I said, no. That physicality that you developed then, because you were a point guard in 7th grade, and then I think
undefeated,
the leader, then 8th, 9th grade.
Man, nobody don't care about you undefeated. It's middle school. And you lived in the middle of nowhere. Who the fuck was y'all playing? I can't make this shit up, people. I'm sorry. This motherfucker makes shit. We was undefeated in middle school. You know how many teams undefeated in middle school?
Hold on, he said.
I can't believe he said that shit.
Middle school. TY, I forgot to tell you that in 6th grade, I won 2nd place in my spelling bee competition. You better fucking respect me.
Man, in middle school, you know how many track ribbons I got? You know how many points I used to score in middle school? I was baby Jordan. God.
And I think that kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a lot about the sport in him beforehand. Because I told y'all, I'm from South Carolina, and I didn't know this nigga before he came to YouTube. But wasn't he like playing with a whole bunch of little Caucasian boys?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that impact the way I guess that would bring more attention to him more so than if he had been playing with the other melanated people?
Right.
He probably would have. I mean, I don't know.
Than everybody else, and they just threw the ball into him. But he said he played point guard. Let's
that you developed then, because you were a point guard in 7th grade, and then I think undefeated.
I wouldn't even told nobody that shit.
Woo!
I would never told nobody that shit.
I was undefeated in 7th grade. Put that in the history book.
Now that we bragging in high school, I think we lost one game. We won a state championship, and I'm in my high school Hall of Fame. Nah, I got something to brag on. I'm in my high school Hall of Fame. Nah. High school Hall of Fame.
Right. Right.
Since we putting shit like that out, I know people like, can't high school TY go, I wonder what's TY capping. He said he was in the high school Hall of Fame.
Look, everybody ain't got to lie like some people.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
So,
8th, 9th grade is when you had to grow.
I was looking at myself like, what is this?
Right. But you needed that physicality from football to now follow you until you have to go inside and play by close to the rim. Did that make you a better player?
Absolutely. I think
this nigga was a bust. Trying to make him a better player. He averaged 6 points in 12 years. A half a block. How you make him a better player? Ben Wallace had a better career than Kwame Bitchy Brown. Listen, Ben Wallace, man, I'm not even gonna go into how many people came out of the league better than him and all kept their money. Let's get it.
Basketball players should play both sports until a certain age. If you in high school, of course, Adam Wainwright, the pitcher at my high school, then he got drafted he ended up finishing with Cleveland, right-hand pitcher, about 6'7". He played football. He was better at football than I think basketball. He was a quarterback. That arm he had was amazing though. So he would play football in high school. He played receiver. He'd have a wide open touchdown. He just dropped because that's the rule him and his daddy made. But I don't think you should take away from, because they could have won the championship. But you shouldn't take away from the people who are grinding, trying to get to a professional level like you guys. But I think they should play until they get to high school because it was just so much easier. The hits and the things like that in basketball, it's easier to take when you play football.
Speaking of the hits, the physicality and those things, there was a workout where it was just you and Tyson Chandler, two of the top big men.
The second time around.
In the entire country. And it said that workout was more so to prove that you were everything the Washington Wizards at the time thought you were.
I don't know what excuse they made.
That was the excuse I read necessarily. And
what they thought he were. What they thought he was. Because he wasn't who they drafted. It's what they thought.
Shy, look, that nigga probably took a bump of cocaine and showed out. Allegedly, I think I snapped.
Yeah, allegedly, he took a bump before his workout. Jeez.
That workout, it said that you dominated, which I guess for you, that type of competitiveness, that type of physicality that it takes to win in such a one-on-one battle.
And guess what? Tyson Chandler, weight less. But guess what? The difference between both those two players is Tyson Chandler learned the game. He built and worked at his game and made him the better player.
Right.
The other guy didn't work at his game, and now you got a YouTuber.
Right. And again, just so people know that I was just joking. I don't think that man took no cocaine because how some people will lie on you.
Man,
some people are like, well, you said he. Child,
this lady sitting on the panel saying I took cocaine before a workout. Yeah, he let it talk about it every day.
Right. That was just a joke in case you people in the back didn't know.
Let's get it. Tyson Chandler do got a ring.
That may make the decision who's the first pick or who's picked first between you two. I would think that mentality has to be one of a champion. But it said you talked to Michael Jordan after that and said, if you pick me, you won't regret it.
It was Doug Collins.
Yeah. Okay. What made you?
Another lie. This motherfucker started his NBA career on lies. Yo, let's rewind that back. Listen. Let's rewind that back. He started his NBA career on a lie. Let's play it again. What he said.
Be one of a champion, but it said you talked to Michael Jordan after that and said, if you pick me, you won't regret it.
It was Doug Collins.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you so certain that you were able to say that?
Because in every facet of life, I moved into things too early. I wasn't.
Ask Doug Collins today if he regrets drafting Bitchy Brown.
Child.
Ask Michael Jordan if he regret drafting Bitchy Brown today. Ask
the answer is yes.
You think so?
They regret it.
You think so?
A lot.
A little bit. A little bit.
No, a lot.
A lot. How much is a lot, brownskin lady?
A whole lot. A whole lot. They regret it. Shh. Keep that on the low.
Let's dive to the good part. Let's go.
I to be the man in my household at 14 when my brothers went to prison, but I split half the bills. I made sure everything was cool. So in every situation, no matter if you thought I was ready or not, I've always rose to the occasion, and it wasn't even close.
Did he swear? Another lie. Another lie. This is like a lie fest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna
Can't just be honest.
Right.
Those workouts. I mean, Thomas was there. It wasn't close. That's why I always preach to young boys from the hood. The same thing that you were saying about money. Even my 10th year in the league, I was playing for Charlotte Hornets. I was getting a double in 2 quarters. Instead of, I think Tyrus Thomas got $40 million. They came back with another excuse. Oh, he only played good because it was a contract year and he wanted the money. And I'm just like, it's always an excuse. I learned that people will give you the excuse, but they don't.
First of all,
I know you fucking lied. You hear this nigga?
Yeah, man, you only average double. Well, I'm not even getting up. We know you lying, bro. And that's the thing. I can't believe you going to a show like that and just lie. Just lie.
Speaking of Charlotte.
Thank you. That was a lie.
Did he say that we must have fucked while he was in Charlotte and that's why I'm so into him?
Right.
Did he say that? Oh yeah. So he just lie all the time about just everything about Charlotte is a lie. A fucking lie. Nigga, please. And then he got the nerve to talk about people making excuses. What?
And remember, look, I got to pull that video when I asked him on Skinny Show, why did he leave Detroit? And he said they didn't want to pay him. And that was a lie. That nigga went back to Charlotte for $1 million for some pennies.
$1 million?
It was some crazy low number. It ain't that Detroit didn't want to pay him. That nigga was out the door. But we'll bring that up at a later date.
Yeah, because I don't know this stuff. So just real quick, why didn't he want to stay in Detroit? Can you explain it?
Because he had his chance to go back and be meat gobbling on Michael Jordan. He had a chance to go back to Charlotte. He could have stayed. He could stay in Detroit. Charlotte didn't want to pay him. Man, that's cap. Let's get it. Come on.
It's crazy how politics come into play. Now you dominated practice. We weren't privy to those films, those practices. I wish. Then what happened game time, though? Game time, you have a coach in Doug Collins who doesn't believe in playing young players. Michael doesn't either. And Michael's last hoorah, Michael wanted to win a championship. In his mind, he felt that if he can get to the playoffs at 39 years old, he can win a championship. So I was supposed to be traded. The reason why I was brought in the second time, from what I heard, is because what team wanted me or Tyson the most? Did the Clippers want, Tyson. Did the Clippers want Tyson Chandler or did they want Kwame Brown? Because Elton Brand was supposed to come to the Washington Wizards.
Let's get past that.
Did guys present themselves as standoffish where it didn't allow you for a full development to become the player that the organization drafted you to be? Well, teams weren't ready to have an underage guy in the locker room. Everything changed when I got there.
Why? This guy is everything is somebody else's fault.
Right. I mean, if they knew how old you were when they picked you,
mm-hmm.
So why would your age be an issue when it's time to play? That doesn't even make sense. I don't even follow this shit.
If you balled out in practice, then you would have played.
Oh yeah, he said that. He mentioned that in practice he was this great guy, but then that light skinned guy was like, well, we weren't privy to you in practice. What happened?
This guy be lying. This dude is capping. They trying to save him.
Because I don't want to give you an excuse. I want to ask you if there's anything that you could have done differently that would have made you a better pro, developing a routine, nutrition, like whatever it may have been. The floor is yours. I think every basketball player, every person who plays sports, once you go through the type of adversity that I've gone through, where you have the media attacking you at the same time,
oh my God! See how again he asked you a simple question: what could you have done differently? And you like, well, everybody. I can't.
Right. That was his opportunity to say, you know what? I should have worked harder. I should have laid off the alcohol. I should have practiced more. I should have, been more responsible.
I could have ignored the media. I could have ignored them.
Right. The media is responding to you being trash. Try not to be trash. Try to be a little less trashy.
Right, man. Like, how was you gonna be the fucking president? And, well, you know what? One thing he good at that politicians do is lie. So he got that down. He got that down pat.
I had the whole world talking about me at one point. That's tough to deal with at any age. So me, I just got quiet. And I think.
How you know you had a whole world? How you know people in Japan was talking about you? China, Taiwan. How you know the whole world was talking about you? Guess how many people talking about you now? YouTubers.
Right.
It made me too much of an introvert. So I'm mostly a fun-loving, bubbling, gentle giant. So I think at first it made me this. If you watch me, even when I make a good play, I wouldn't even celebrate. And we had kind of a no-nonsense coach in middle school that made us kind of that way. But
why he keep talking about middle school?
Right. What the fuck is he talking about? They asked what you could have done to me. You talking about I didn't celebrate whenever I made what?
This nigga glory years goes back to middle school.
But do you see how like that question and people in the comments, oh, this is a go Kwame the man, Kwame. Are you listening to what this dude is saying?
No,
Let's
I
be
can't
real.
get past the fact that his glory days and he think about is middle school.
Child. This I guess he thinks
Man,
time stands
this boy
still.
like Al Bundy of middle school. Back when I was in middle school, man, I scored 70.
Child, quantum leap nigga.
This guy, bro, you out here looking bad.
Child.
If I hear middle school one more time, I'm ending his interview. I bet I hear middle school one more again. Say one more again.
One more again.
And I did go through a period where I didn't stay true to the game, where I didn't work out as much as I should. But at the end of the day, every time they called me, I was always ready. I think it happened.
Cap. Again, when they called, you wasn't ready. How many balls you lost with them, like I said, action figure hands where they throw it to you in the paint and you fumble it out of bounds, or they try to throw you a lob and you couldn't get it because you had a little tiny ass infant hands? No, you wasn't ready.
And didn't he say that one point in time, like they were in the playoffs, he didn't want to play. They had to come get him from home.
Right. You wasn't ready. Ready is they get the ball in the paint, you dominate. You averaging double digits. That's ready. You wasn't ready. Your career average is 6 fucking points. Former number one draft pick, 7 foot, 12 years. 12 years, and you only average double figures one time. Let that sink in. No all-stars, no all-NBA, none of that. You was never all-NBA. You was never, second rookie. None of that. You was a bum.
You know what? If he did write a book, that book would be so full of fucking lies and exaggerating the wrong stuff.
Everybody know he lying. That shit wouldn't sell 100 copies.
Because it would be it wouldn't be true. It wouldn't be true. That's what I'm saying. Like this could have been like a inspirational kind of story. For real.
If this motherfucker make a book, I would go to Kinko's, print every copy, and upload that shit and email everybody a copy of that shit for free. Nobody should have to pay for that shit. Nobody should have to pay for it. If he do a book, he should give that shit away for free.
Mm-hmm. Get sued for lying on people.
Papers written on. Like his career.
Once or twice, maybe once earlier on in my career, where I'm just like, forget it. They don't want to play me, this and that. And it took Chris Whitney. He's a veteran point guard. He's like, no, you always work out. You always stay in shape. That's the only thing you can control. Anything else you can't control. You can't control the minutes. You can't control if you're going to get in. None of that. You can control what you put into the game. Speaking to your earlier point, I've been shot at before I got to the NBA, so it wasn't no pressure. When you grow up in that environment, I've seen real life pressure. The only thing is, I was frustrated with the thing that nobody wanted to hear me speak. They kind of treated me like a child. Every time I would say something, they'd try to tell me, no, that's not what you really mean. And that's what I really meant. And so it's kind of hard trying to talk to adults that don't want to hear you. It just made me frustrated. So that's one thing I could have changed.
This nigga act like he was a kindergartner.
He didn't have an agent. Somebody he could talk to if he can get the words out. Hey, man, you my agent, man. Tell him shit got to change. That's what agent's for. So you act like you never had an agent.
Not just that, like you got all this mouth now. Like I'm sure that to some people you had all this mouth back then. You was just too scared. You were too scared to say anything. And I'm sorry, I know people be like, well, company policy, whatever. You can advocate for yourself. Advocating for yourself doesn't mean like they can like take your job away from you. No, advocate for yourself, but you couldn't because you knew that your performance wouldn't allow you to say anything. How can you say anything? How can you like protest what they're doing when you're not showing them any different?
Right. Oh, I'm with you. Let's get it.
Say this, and I don't know if Channing and Fred feel this way. You didn't speak for a very long time.
Nobody want to hear the truth.
So people didn't hear from Kwame Brown. And then when it was an opportunity,
can we go back to that time where we didn't hear from you for a very long time?
For real.
Can we go back to that time, sir? Can you go back into your trees or whatever you're doing? Get back on that tractor and make it another long time that we don't hear from you.
By whether it was the emotion of the things you heard, finally being tired of people continuing to say, whether it was that you were a bust or speak negatively about your name when things weren't true. And then when you finally spoke, it was so much and it was so fast that people immediately thought that's who he is, right? Whether it was the expletives, whether it was the name calling, basically just defending yourself, right? You get back into a corner, now you come out swinging. And I can be honest, and everyone you speak to, when you say you're going to have Kwame Brown on, it's all like, oh, for real? What are you going to get? And I don't know how much longer we're going to go, but I want to say this. What you talked about are traumatic experiences that aren't unique to you, but that are unique experiences for him. You have processed those in an extremely mature and adult way. And the way that you've communicated, at least with us right now, throughout the beginning of this show, this episode, this podcast, whatever you want to call it, it's actually phenomenal, bro. Yeah. And I want to commend you.
See, y'all don't know this motherfucker, man. Y'all should commend him on shit.
They're trying to like, this is like a nice sandwich or whatever. You know how you butter stuff up before you drop the whammy? That's what they doing.
Yeah, bro, y'all don't know this motherfucker. This is a facade he throwing on for y'all.
I think they know it.
I think people will constantly go at humans who have experienced a level of trauma that they never will without being able to understand how that changes the person. Yeah. And so, man, I appreciate
to me, it's confusing why people don't understand what I was doing. I even said it on live several times. There's a song, Sexy Little B, Sexy Little H, let it play your throat, babies. I'm trying to bust all over on you. We monetize black males that talk like I talk on you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why does he keep referring to that fucking song? He is a fucking moron. What? Oh my God.
Oh God.
He sung like the whole chorus. Oh my God. This dude is fucking, he is a moron, y'all.
Yeah, yes, he is.
He need help. He need help.
And he said he just wanted to see that. Yo, baby.
He always referred to that fucking song. And he sings it like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yo, baby.
Can you imagine?
Oh, baby.
Can you imagine being one of his children and listening to this?
No, I can't imagine being kin to him, let alone a child.
Child, look, the first time that he said, bro, baby, whatever he said,
Yo,
they would have been like, why the fuck are you saying that? Stop saying it. They would have been like, mommy, please don't say that. No, don't do that, or I will not claim you.
Yo, baby.
Oh my God.
Oh shit! Who's that song by, ladies? Hey, somebody tell me who that song by.
Oh my God!
Let me see
it's your baby. He always like I'm telling you, he always throat baby. It's called throat baby. It's about sucking dick. It's about sucking dick.
I be ready to hit, put her lips on my dick and she swear she be ready to spit.
Yo, go baby.
And that's my whole thing. This dude is a whole fucking fraud. He talking about how that song is bad. He know all the words to it. And also, just the other day, he was asking a black woman about sucking dick. Another black woman about sucking dick.
Why would he refer to this song?
I don't know, but he right, Trey. He always refers to that song and he sings it. He can't just say, that song, throw baby. Like he likes that song. I don't care nobody say.
Why did he refer to that song? That is crazy. You refer to that song in your life?
No, he said, okay, what he's trying to say is that the songs are vulgar or whatever. But my thing is, usually when somebody thinks something is really vulgar and it's like inappropriate, they don't just go around repeating it. Like he obviously he likes that song. He always used that as a point of reference.
Let's go back
and
to
plus,
what you said. Because I want to hear go back. Let's go back. Let's get it. It's crazy.
Understand how that changes a person.
Yeah.
And so, man, I appreciate
to me, it's confusing why people don't understand what I was doing. I even said it on live several times. There's a song, Sexy Little B, Sexy Little H, let it play your throat, babies. I'm trying to bust all on you. We monetize black males that talk like I talk on it.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
somebody gives him like a talking point, and it might work for that conversation, but he'll use that same talking point over and over and over again, despite the
Bro,
fact that he doesn't live what he's preaching.
wait a minute. And I'm sorry, Ryan, you should have stopped him right then. Sir, you should be like, no. I know you don't refer to that song about anything in your real life. Tell me you don't, bro.
They laughed at his ass when he left out.
They probably was like, what the fuck did we just do? He can't
They
never come
clowned
back
him.
here.
They clowned it.
Our culture. I was trying to show them our culture. 30, 40,000, 60,000 people watching me curse people out just because they're used to seeing that. It was like a #1 draft pick doing it, so it's new, it's fresh. So let me see what he's doing. So I gave them what they actually wanted, and that's what we're monetizing our system.
This is not.
Okay, yeah, this is the question where they asked him. Well, basically they asked him, okay, so you're saying that you went through this and this and this, and that wasn't the way to live, and you actually got an opportunity. Why are you now reverting back to the things that you claim are hurting the community? He don't have an answer for that. So again, he comes up with some fucking dumbass excuse that don't make sense.
Hey,
But that's a valid question.
Good thing I went on camera. I just threw my headphones and shit down. This guy is a motherfucking imbecile. He's an imbecile. I don't know what else to say. It's like the shit that comes out of his mouth, the shit he do, the fact that he lies so much.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. One thing I know a lot of people don't like Charlamagne the God, but one thing that really, I used to, when I did listen to them, he used to say, live in your truth and nobody can use it against you. But when you don't live in your fucking truth, you are always scrambling for some kind of excuse like this dude, and it don't make fucking sense. And people laugh at you like we are.
I mean, like, I try to be transparent as I can. Man, listen, if I do something embarrassing, I did something embarrassing. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
You're human. Keep that shit going.
Yeah, this
but if you lie,
is like, yeah. You tell one lie, it leads to another. Then you tell two lies to cover up each other. You know. Let's go.
Hear black males talk ignorant, talk about killing. The women are talking about, we have Beyonce. Now, I love Beyonce. We have Beyonce say church girls go twerk. That's crazy. I don't see no other culture, no other race talking about sex, drugs, and murder the way our culture does. So I just brought it to the internet.
But why would you? Because you seem very in tune into what we go through in our communities, the perceptions of our communities. And you chose to make that decision knowing how people will perceive you and then cast that perception on the lot of black people. And for you to be able to say that it's monetized, that they want to see it of us, and then still do it, though, that doesn't make sense to me if you know.
Yep, there you go, sir. That's it. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Now, call them some haters because they're saying the same thing a lot nicer. Call them some haters.
It don't make no sense what you see, and you do the same thing what people see, and just join in on the fun. That's what it sounds like. You, instead of you stopping it and being something different, you joined in on the fun so you can get a check. Let's see what his response is.
Perception is going to affect the community. So why would you still give people what they're expecting or what they're wanting when you can sit here like this?
Ah, damn it. This is the times right here I wish I had Premiere and I don't. Come on. 3 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. That was a good part, too. All right. I'll rewind it back.
That it's monetized, that they want to see it. It's what's expected of us, and then still do it, though. That doesn't make sense to me if you know how that perception is going to affect the community. So why would you still give people what they're expecting or what they're wanting when you can sit here like this and legitimately change lives? I'm listening to you right now, and I put you in front of any group of kids, anybody that's ever been through anything, and say, listen to this man. His knowledge can help you. You had an opportunity to do that because the world was listening to you because they wanted the bullshit, and you gave it to them. Why would you do that?
Because
Great question,
Brian.
Great question.
All right, let's see what this fool say.
Interviews like this, they still listening. It's like I tell people in real life, I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm a real person. Everybody has more than one facet. Everybody code switches. Most people talk like I talk in the barbershop when they go home. I brought the barbershop to the internet. I brought the coffee shop.
What the fuck? But no, nigga, no, nigga.
In that same respect, through baby, you don't know how he code switch. So what? Is it okay or is it not okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, just keep it fucking real. Stop trying to be something that you're not because you come across as a hypocrite. If you can use that logic, so can that throat baby guy.
Right.
Okay. That if people want to hear that kind of stuff, is it okay or is it not okay?
Right. Damn.
Why would you do it? You can still talk to people. You can still read. A lot of people who used to listen to him wanted to hear
This
that
nigga a liar.
inspirational lie shit.
No, this got
Right.
nothing to do with this. This motherfucker don't be trying to drop no knowledge and no shit. This nigga be
Hell
here with
no.
the fuck shit. That's why he second channel attacking
Right.
us. Because he here
Right.
for the fuck shit.
He's here for the fuck shit. Right. Right. Period. He enjoys the fuck shit.
Right. Let's hear this shit.
I brought the barbershop to the internet. I brought the coffee shop talk to the internet. That's how people really feel. That's how people
Who
really
talking to coffee shop like that?
Man, this guy.
I go to Starbucks. I don't hear that.
I don't hear that at Starbucks neither. Or Tim
Coffee
Hortons.
shop.
or the McDonald's drive-thru when they getting their coffee. I don't hear none of that shit you talking about.
This nigga's dumb.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Try. They really wanted to hit him with the real shit, but they knew he emotional. They know because the producers do their job. You got a podcast like that. It's the producer's job to let you know what the guest is and all that shit. They had those questions. That's what, man, let's get it. Let's get it. Salute, Chase. Salute, bro.
My grandmother would cuss you out and then make you a sandwich. I mean, that's just was our culture. So we shouldn't be so offended. But I just see that
we shouldn't be so offended, and this is the most sensitive motherfucker on YouTube.
We shouldn't be so offended, but you just complained about throat baby. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This motherfucker heard me talking about another gentleman pulling up on his street going live and thought I was talking about him and took the link and was on some bullshit but you wouldn't even fucking talked about. It wasn't even about you. You are a sensitive motherfucker. You hear me? I'm in your chat telling JJ stripper pole, see you soon, and you make it like it's a threat. No, she work at a strip club. I'm going to a stripper club. I'm gonna see her there, right?
Right. Okay. And this is my thing too. Yeah. Hey, also, in that same respect, he upset about you saying "see you soon" to a stripper, who does service men, but yet and still he didn't say shit for Sister T being called every name in the book. Make it make sense, please. Right. Make it make sense.
Can you be so upset by a former athlete talking like this when you have rappers that you're paying millions of dollars and they're influencing the kids more than me? They're going to talk to the kids more than me.
But you're not a fucking rapper. You see how you trying to put yourself in the same room with somebody else? Well, they can do it, so why can't I do it? This motherfucker right here. Y'all Kwame's claim this guy? Y'all claim this guy?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
And now I can just sneak in a little bit of juice.
I would say it comes off as angry.
No lies. No lies detected, sir. No lies detected. Because he don't be talking with no bringing no knowledge when he talk. That dude, when he's angry, he just talks shit.
Right.
Let's bring that back. Salute, Channy.
Don't listen to people who talk like this. I did that so they can listen, and now I can just sneak in a little bit of juice.
I would say it comes off as angry. And I don't know if you mean to, or so you mean to. Why would you, like you're saying? You're trying to prove the point. I would say you're trying to make a difference. The whole saying, get the bees with honey type thing. You come off as so angry. I don't know if I can look up to that person that seems like he's angry with a number of people and a number of facets of this.
Right. You can't look up to nobody like that. Thank you. Get him.
So why wouldn't I be angry though? When women sit down and they talk about traumas that's happened to them, don't we all pay attention and listen and understand? Why is it when a black male says that I grew up in a household with no father, I grew up with no leadership, I've been shot at, the police profile me, I get no respect from males or females, why wouldn't I be angry? And that's the problem. We keep trying to tell black men that you can just man up, you have no reason to be angry. We do. I wanted to sound...
You angry because motherfuckers give you this fucking work. That's why you angry. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You angry because you a bona fide fucking loser and God have gave you shit on a silver platter and you have flipped that fucking platter over in his fucking face. That's why you angry, because now this shit ain't coming back. You should be angry with the man in the motherfucking mirror. Don't be mad at nobody else.
Right,
shit.
right.
Man, my life was harder than yours, and I'm not mad at nobody. My life was 10 times harder than yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he talked about a hell of a nigga. Hell of a niggas don't blame everybody else and say I'm angry because of that person and that person. That's the opposite of a man.
This guy do not understand the word accountability at all.
He doesn't. He really
don't
doesn't
understand. Like, everybody got like, listen, you know what I'm saying? You have a bad day, but somebody got it worse. Somebody never told him that. Somebody
told him. No, somebody probably told him, but he got rid of that person. He only keeps people around him that tell him he's right. So I'm pretty sure it was somebody telling him, but he no longer talks to them. That's the kind of person he is.
Let's get it.
On that way so people can pay attention. Because men are at a point where it's getting to a melting pot. We get no respect. Did you see Tank Davis hiding from a woman? And they called him a woman beater. What did we see with Brother Dana White? The media ain't talking about it in the same way. So what I've been talking about on my platform is the complete disrespect, not only athletes, but black men as a whole. Why is there no black boy magic? Why was Stephen A. going to
This motherfucker, listen, he sound like a broken record. This is shit we already heard a zillion fucking times. And he had to go over. This motherfucker is like one of them broken down, beat down, traveling preachers.
Talking about NBA player, whether he was good or bad. He was at high schools. He was at colleges. What was so special about me that I needed an NBA analyst to go to high schools and colleges? When you look at what you did accomplish, and you look at the way that was perceived, whether it be by Stephen A., obviously what happened with Gilbert Arenas and all the smoke, and you hear those things. I think a lot of times we have to understand that people's opinions are formed by their perceptions and their experiences and the things that they hold true as values. And so in looking at you, that value is, okay, he's the number one overall pick. And this 13-year career, this career that doesn't end up as a Hall of Famer or doesn't end up as this or as that, these are things I can critique him on, and I can approach the topic or approach the situation and say what I want because that's what I feel the film says. Is it really a critique when a man states an opinion and you've created a word called bust to where everything that I say now has been invalidated by this word bust? I'm a number one draft pick. You're looking at history in the room. Stephen A. Smith.
This motherfucker said you looking at history in the room. No, we looking at a piece of shit in the room. You looking at history in the room. Wrong answer. Try again. History in the room. Jesus.
Guy who can't do what I do came up with a word that a guy working at Walmart can use against me and think it has some power. But you want me to believe that this is just talking about a game? How much power does that word have? It has power for as dealerships, deals, and sponsorships. Who wants to work with a bus? That's the point that I was trying to make the entire time. If you listen to the beginning of how it started.
Oh my God. Man, you're not making no point, man. You know what, Kwame Brown? Fuck your point. How about that? Fuck your point. You ain't making shit. You been on YouTube for how long? And you ain't needle, man. It's over for you, man. I don't even know why they let you up on that shit, man. You fed them fucking bird shit on a platter. You fed them bird shit, man.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Man, you went up there lying and just trying to fucking talk motherfuckers in circles. Bro, your media training failed you. Because they wasn't buying that shit. They was not buying that shit. They gave you all the daps and shit. All right, man, it's been real. Thanks for coming. And they laughed. Soon as you like, you hear this motherfucker? I promise you they laughed at your ass.
Oh yeah, they had a good chuckle about that, and I'm telling you, they threw some shade in. They made sure they showed that man's face whenever he said some stupid shit. Like, yeah, God, and then he left there. God is good. Look, they
to wake him up to be a part of the joke. They tried to invalidate a whole man. It wouldn't have been funny if they would have just said, "Hey, Kwame Brown was the worst draft pick ever, in my opinion." Cool, that's your opinion. But there wasn't nobody in that trade. It was only two people in the trade, so I wasn't even there. So you're gonna rewrite history like I wasn't there. And that's the problem. They don't do that to black women. They don't do that to white women. They don't do that to white men. Scalabrini is known as the white mamba.
Why he keep... I'm done. I'm sorry, people. He always got to bring up Brian Scalabrine. Why is this? Oh, my God.
Why you got to talk about white men like that? You racist.
Why do you always bring up Scalabrine? How many times we going to hear about Scalabrine?
I don't even know who that is, but if it's a white man, I thought he said that you shouldn't be you making any kind of comments about white people or how white people are treated differently from black people, then you're a racist. So he's a racist, right? Why are you talking about that white man? Are you racist? Wasn't your first coach a white man? Doesn't somebody I don't know, don't you have a friend that's white? You a hypocritical racist by his logic.
Right. He keeps
by his
bringing
fucking
up
logic.
Everything is white people. We don't do this to white people. Man, are you white?
And,
we don't do this to white people. We don't do this to white people.
Don't at least one of your brothers have like a white wife? You're a hypocrite. You're talking about white people, but your brother married somebody white or with somebody white. Isn't your girlfriend white? You're a fucking hypocrite. You see how stupid that sounds?
Mm-hmm. This guy.
You see how stupid that sounds? That's your argument against me, nigga.
I don't
Fucking
understand this dude.
moron.
I just like now I'm just like we didn't heard him for so long. The shit that he's saying, we heard this a million times on his own channel. This is nothing new. They could have took some sound bites from his bullshit and played it. He ain't bringing nothing new to this interview. This interview absolutely sucked.
Well, I think the interview was good because I think
they did amazing. I'm sorry, let me repeat.
Yeah,
they did amazing. All right, salute to the host of the Pivot. They did amazing. But this motherfucker, all the shit he says, the same shit he been saying, and all it is a whole bunch of capping.
Right. But I mean, that's just, I think it's illustrating it because on his channel, he got a whole bunch of like nodding heads. He's agreeing with everything he's saying. He doesn't get any pushback. If he does, he will drop them. But they're being, cordial. They're not being disrespectful to him, but still they're proving him to be a hypocrite, and he don't even know it.
Here we go. Let's try this again. I'm gonna try. Bear with me, peeps.
Because it's funny. No, it's not. He's definitely not a guy that you can even put, because once you say white mama, that means you're putting him on the same tier as Kobe.
Adam Morrison, Trajan Langdon with the dude. Dip is out. We don't.
Hold on. Let's rewind this back.
That dude just said because it's funny.
Right.
Do that to black women. They don't do that to white women. They don't do that to white men. Scalabrini is known as the white mamba. Why?
Because it's funny.
No, it's not.
He's definitely not a guy that you can even...
It's not funny to you. It's not funny to you. But I'm sorry, Ron. I cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
That's the white mamba. Why?
Damn it. And here comes the fucking commercial. Hold on.
He's definitely not a guy that you can even put, because once you say white mama, that means you're putting him on the same tier as Kobe.
Adam Morrison, Trajan Langdon with the dude. Didn't fizz out. White chocolate. All these players that come in. Brian Cardinal, not Zaza Pachulia. What was his name? He went to the Boston Celtics. So we have all these players that if it's just about good and bad and pecking order, who's better and who's not, that should fade away at some point. I'm 40 years old, but the tag bus is still there.
I think when you look at a guy like an Adam Morrison, he for sure is absolutely didn't live up to any of the hype he had coming out of Gonzaga. I think he was drafted 3rd overall by Charlotte. And so I do agree with you that at some point it should go away. I think you became the butt of a joke that people just won't let go.
But this is the thing. In our community, can we afford to joke like that? You're talking about a man who took his family out of...
Can we afford? Yeah, we can afford a joke like that.
The same guy who has videos playing at the start of his show of black men being made fun of is saying, can we joke like that?
And he go up here joking and doxing people and all this shit. Now, can we make jokes? Nigga, you gonna get joked on. You gonna get this work.
Right.
You're talking about a man, if you compare me to the average black man, it's not even close. You compare a kid
Wow.
that's 14 years old that was responsible enough to get a job.
You compare him to an average black man, it's not even close.
Black man, you hear that? That motherfucker said, y'all can't touch him. Y'all can't touch him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
because
seeing that paperwork,
if it's about money,
yeah,
right. I'm saying so. Basically, he's saying that he's better. He's above y'all. All you people who are like nodding y'all head to him and thinking like y'all got some kind of bond or connection. Y'all peasants. Just keep making him look right.
Yeah, let's rewind this.
If you compare me to the average black man, it's not even close. You compare a kid that's 14 years old that was responsible enough to get a job, that's a 3.0 GPA, that was signed, sealed, and delivered to go to the University of Florida by the 10th grade. You want to talk about preparation? You want to talk about not being ready?
Man, listen. Let me get something straight, man, Kwame. Like, you're the athlete. You didn't do no real fucking work in school, bro.
Right. And you were tall as hell.
Right.
I give more respect to the person like who went to prison and came out and made something of himself. Now that you can't stand beside them.
Right.
In my opinion.
Bro, come on, man. You weren't doing all that work. Teachers is letting you slide on shit. You had tutors doing this shit for you. Don't act like you was a fucking scholar, bro.
Not just that. Look at where he is now.
Exactly.
Look at where he is now. That's what I'm saying. Like, just because you went to the NBA, like there are plenty of people who were successful before, but now they ain't hitting on shit. You are one of those people, sir. Accept it.
This guy, he keep talking about I had a 3.2 GPA, and come on, bro. I know.
Child, please.
Can we see them transcripts?
In the resource class.
All my life. Why wasn't I ready at this stage? I've been ready all my life, or I got ready. So it's no excuses. Like
If you was ready, sir, why you
my
now
God.
boxing with the little YouTubers with your new channel that's at 3.5 thousand
This,
subs?
this nigga says no excuses when that's all he is.
This guy's a clown. Just hold on. Let's take a break while I go get me some beverage and we're gonna play my favorite drop. Hold on. We're gonna take a little break. And it's brought to you by
It's called Shiny Superman. Shiny Superman. Shiny Superman. Shiny Superman. Yeah, what up? Shiny Superman. I know you've heard my name before. You know, whoever else want to say it. My name, Shiny Superman. But did not want to say my government. My government name is Kwame Brown. A.K.A. Contracting. A.K.A. Not the West. A.K.A. What's life? If it can make you rich, I guarantee you I'll put myself in a do-love twist. A do-love twist. A do-love twist.
Go ask Meryl 17.
It's called Shiny Superman. Shiny Superman.
We back. Jeez.
Shiny Superman. You made him retire that shiny. You made him retire that shiny suit. He ain't never wear it again.
The suit.
All right, yeah, I gotta go on mute for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm about to play some audio.
I've never accepted and I never will because I know who I am. And see, that's what society wants you to do. They want to beat you down and turn the screw in your back, and they want you to act like it's not there, and I won't do it for them.
Hearing those negative connotations, the attempts at invalidating who you really are, the fabric of you, and also hearing you speak about being younger, adults not wanting to hear you. Being an 18-year-old in the locker room, the adult professional male not wanting to hear you. And even now, the Channing talked about anger. You're doing it because you want to be heard. All of that stems from your upbringing. Why is it so important to, validate yourself to people who just, a second ago I said I like to lead with respect, right? But these people are coming across as totally disrespectful. Why try to validate yourself to these people and come across angry, in the process? Because you're not, I don't think you're really that way. No. What I'm doing is for the kid. See, this is the thing. When I go speak to young kids, I play my lives for them. I let them hear it. I know why you're angry.
Man, it's no way. There's no way. And The Rock means no way that when you go talk to kids, you plan them your lives. What lives are you planning them? The one while you doxing people? The one when you talking shit about skinny saying straight drunk? Or the one you talking about somebody about to lose their jobs? Or the one you talking about Hissa and lip ring? Is those the lives you playing these kids? Which lives are you playing them? Which lives are you playing to the kids, Kwame? Which lives? I want to know. Ain't no kids listening to your lives. This nigga lying.
I don't never try to talk them out of what they are. They're angry for good reason. Am I angry at 40? Absolutely not. I fight for the young kids now because for the longest men are. They're angry for good reason. Am I angry at 40? Absolutely not. I fight for the young kids now because for the longest males have been invalidated. Nobody won't answer my question. Why was Stephen A. an NBA analyst at colleges and high schools? What was the big deal? What were they learning? What did he get paid to do? They're angry for good reason. I let them hear it. I know why you're angry. I don't never try to talk them out of what they are. They're angry for good reason. Am I angry at 40? Absolutely not. I fight for the young kids now because
shut the fuck up, nigga. It's no way that this guy fight for any kids. I'm sorry. Did this guy say he fight for kids? I don't believe that. Listen. This guy say he fight for kids. Are you angry at 40? Yeah, you angry. You angry, and I can tell. I got proof that you angry. When you took the link, came over to my platform, talking that smack, you was angry, even though nobody was talking about you. Yeah, you are angry.
For the longest, males have been invalidated. Nobody won't answer my question. Why was Stephen A. an NBA analyst at colleges?
He fights for every kid except his own. That's facts. That is facts.
High schools. What was the big deal? What were they learning? What did he get paid to do? See, when you sit down with people and you ask them real questions, they don't want to answer them. When I'm telling you, there's an easy way to help fix our community. I'm talking about from the inside out. I go sit there with the city council meetings. I said, it's not about programs. It's about the foundation first. You got to help fix the home.
When was the last city council meeting you sat at, Mr. Brown? When was the last city council meeting that you sat your ass down and said what the city need? Let's get it.
You got to incentivize their fathers to come back. Because I was a child in that situation, I understand this. These programs are not going to work. You know what happens? They just go get some money for some other program that's going to help somebody else that's screwing up their life. It's not going to work that way. So with me, I got quiet because no one wants to listen. But now, the children that I work with...
He got quiet because nobody wanted to listen. Guess what? If they don't want to listen to that shit, nah. So go get quiet again. They don't want to hear what you got to say, bro. Go get quiet. Go that away. Right.
That's about...
Yeah, he would have recorded. This guy's full of cap. This guy's a number. Listen, he talking about how he fight for the kids. He said he fight for the kids.
I get them in boxing. I get them in karate. I get them in whatever. So they can quiet.
Wait.
No one wants to listen. But now the children that I work with, I get them in boxing. I get
brown-skinned lady. What kids is he working with? Can somebody tell me what kids he working with? Let's get it.
In karate, I get them in whatever, so they can get that frustration out. Then we start working on their mentality. No, don't let anyone tell you who they are.
This dude has watched another YouTuber, and that's what he's trying to bring. You ain't work with no kids. We ain't seen you with no kids. You ain't announced you're gonna be anywhere to help any children. So if you got a kid, bring them. This dude playing with dials. He got a whole bunch of stuffed animals and shit saying he working with them. Taking them to kickboxing and man, this dude, let me play that again.
I get them in karate, I get them in whatever, so they can. These programs are not going to work. You know what happens? They just go get some money for some other program that's going to help somebody else that's screwing up their life. It's not going to work that way. So with me, I got quiet because no one wants to listen. But now the children that I work with, I get them in boxing, I get them in karate, I get them in what?
Do your kids know boxing? Do your kids know karate? Boy.
So they can get that frustration out. Then we start working on their mentality. No, don't let anyone tell you who they are. Take whatever power, whatever word that they use. This word bust made First Take and Stephen A. Rich.
Let me say this. I don't know why Stephen A.
He said the word bust made Stephen A. Rich. I'm done. I'm done. That's part one, people. That's part one. I can't go nowhere with this guy. This guy said the word bust made Stephen A. Rich. Man, salute to y'all. Hey, brown-skinned lady. Man, oh man. I'll finish this off in the morning. We'll talk about some other things. I gotta get some audio. You know what I'm saying? But yo, Bitchy Brown.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was disconnected for a second, but
no, you good. Yeah, we 2 hours. We went 2 hours. I part one. This dude lying. All this motherfucker do is stay lying, and y'all know it. And I can't do that, dude. I can't keep going with this shit with him.
Real quick, I heard I saw a comment saying that he would have recorded it. What was he talking about when you guys said he would have recorded?
All right, let me rewind that. Let me see.
I get them in karate, I get them in whatever, so they can get that frustration out. These programs are not going to work. You know what happens? They just go get some money for some other program that's going to help somebody else that's screwing up their life. It's not going to work that way. So with me, I got quiet because no one wants to listen. But now the children that I work with, I get them in boxing, I get them in karate, I get them in whatever, so they can get that frustration out. Then we.
So he's saying he worked with children and he take them to karate.
Nigga, please.
And somebody said if he's working with these kids, why he would have recorded it. Right. Like that's the one thing about this motherfucker. He kept saying he was doing all this other shit and none of it's recorded. That could have been content. Oh, I'm gonna get my house redone. I'm gonna get my yard redone. That's content.
Right. Right. Shit. Nigga, don't you know that. Nobody at all.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, this guy capping. I'm gonna play the rest of it when I do the show.
I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but
I can.
My daughter's calling me, but I'm gonna have to jump down.
Yeah, we about to end the show anyway. I appreciate you, brown-skinned lady. Salute. All right, man. That was so. We'll finish this in the morning. and then we go into some other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, yo, Suit, you cap, bro. And anybody rock out with that dude? This is my closing thoughts. My closing thoughts is, bro, you're a YouTuber now. You went on this show lying, and we only went on the show to get some subs. You only went to this show to put your face out there and get some subscribers because your channel is dying. The thing is, now that you don't doing this, motherfuckers got you on video and audio doing the fuck shit. So it's not gonna work out like you think it's gonna work out for you. Everybody got platforms. Everybody talking about all your bullshit. That's the shit. Everybody talking about one man. Well, that man went on this platform and lied and totally blew smoke up their asses. Bro, you are not a man. If I was them, I couldn't respect you. For one, you would never be on my show. Your integrity, man, ain't shit. You went on there bold-faced lie. If they go back and do any research and see what kids he worked with, because Charleston White already said, you haven't done no work lately. You haven't done shit. So now you're going to go on these gentlemen podcasts that give you some airtime, and you just went up there and just lie after lie after lie. And you got people following you that went for this shit, that's going for this shit. It's whatever, bro. It's whatever. But whenever I see your ass, you can always get this smoke, man. You can get this smoke. You a liar. You not no hell of a nothing. You ain't no alpha shit. You a bum. And bro, I don't know how you get up and look in the mirror. I don't even know how you do it. You knew you lie. Working with kids and man, unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Man, people, salute to y'all. Glad y'all came out. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. And I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry I put y'all through that. That was traumatic right there. I almost stopped that shit 3 times. I was just trying to get through it. And enough is enough. This dude just keep lying. And I know former players and shit what they do and do. I know other people, just like people on YouTube that actually work with kids and do shit. For this guy to just jump on somebody's platform and say he doing shit that we know he's not, man, that's a slap in the face to everybody that actually take their time and go volunteer or go help a child. That's a slap in the face to y'all. This is unbelievable, man. And he's okay with it. He's okay. He's going to get on his live tomorrow morning. Like, everybody talking about one guy. And it's going to be the same shit. It's going to be the same shit. Man, salute to y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'll see y'all, in the morning. And we'll do part 2. And then we'll talk about some other shit. And you know how it is. 3 strikes, I'm out. You know why? I'm done. I would leave y'all. But I ain't going to hit y'all with a little straight jacket. But I holler back. 3 strikes, I'm out.